Here's a great idea for your next outing. A cruise of the L.A. Harbor on a Spirit Cruises yacht. Spirit Cruises offers everything you need to relax and enjoy your time on the water. For more information, call 310-548-8080 or visit spiritmarine.com.
Okay, well, we're back. For those of you who are just joining us, this is the Halloween show at Rock 50. I'm with my host, Mike Stark. My name is Bill Ward, and we just played some of my favourite drummers for the Halloween show. Instead of doing our normal drum segue, we decided to play five different drummers, and I'm going to go over what we just played and then talk a little bit about the drummers. At the top of the set, we played Crawl and The Constant, and that was by Anthrax, and drummer, of course, Charlie Benante. We played Enter Sandman, and that was Metallica, drummer Lars Ulrich. Omniscience, that was Film, and the drummer is Dave Lombardo. Hall of the Gods, Mechanism, and the drummer is Gene Hoglan. And Black Sabbath, from the satanic perspective, from our friends Typo Negative, and that, of course, is Johnny Kelly, who I will be having lunch with in about 2.5 hours from now. Anyway, which I'm looking forward to because I haven't seen him for a while. What can I say? I can say a lot, actually, and there isn't enough time. So how can you wrap up? How can you have 5 minutes and then wrap up and say what you want to say about all these drummers who are first of all, they're all fantastic as far as I'm concerned. They're all technically really, really good rock metal drummers. Starting with Charlie, just a couple of things we did for Charlie. First of all, I love the sound that he gets from his snare drum and the way that he performs on his snare drum. It's solid. It's solid drumming. It's really solid precision. He's very precise. He's very accurate, and I just think he's just built for a drummer. I love the way he crashes, seeing that cymbals, and just his entire performance as a drummer is something to really behold. I think he's very entertaining. Lars has been with us for a long time now, and I remember when the Black Album came out, and I can remember sighing under my breath and saying, "My God, thanks! Thank you. Really glad that came out." And I guess that might be something of a rude statement, but that's what I felt, because musically everything could seem to have gone in different directions and everything, and which is okay, I guess, because that's the way the world turns. But when the Black Album came out, and I'd heard Lars on other albums prior to that with Metallica, and I really liked what they were doing. But I think what I was attracted to was the Black Album, which itself became controversial because a lot of people necessarily liked that, and a lot of people did. So it's like, my God, Anyway, bottom line is Enter Sandman is on the Black Album, and we played that today as a special Halloween treat. And Lars, again, is just a great drummer, He's got good legs, good bass drums, slams like heck, man. I've seen the guy play on multiple occasions, and when he lays in. He's a really tough drummer. And so anyway, thanks, Lars, for all you bring to us. Then we played a very nice man's music, a close friend of mine, Dave Lombardo, of course. And as many of you know, Dave played with Slayer for a number of years, many years actually. And we played today Film, which is his main band now, and Film are doing really well. Film are great live. You have to go and see them if you haven't seen them, because they are unbelievably good when they explode on stage, which they do, the flurry of playing, and I'm talking about all the guys right now in film, the flurry of action is just phenomenal to watch. Let me just focus right into Dave for a second. When he explodes, which he does, I can't even see him move. And I've talked to my friend Walter, and I've said to Walt when we've gone to see Walter's Earl is another drummer, he plays with BWB, you know, we come back from seeing Dave play, and I'm always trying. I'm going, well, you know, I mean, I saw some drummers in my life, you know, and you know the speed of how they play, and I've been literally only 4 or 5 feet away from Dave sometimes at the shows where I've listened to him play, and he's a blur. When he plays, he's an absolute blur, and I can't see what he's doing. It's just like, what the fuck is he playing, man? You know, but he knows what he's playing. He's built in, he's tough, he's got everything going on. He's a brilliant jazz player. His jazz playing is just so incredible. And I know it's just gonna go on and on for a long time to come, and his rock and his metal playing is just like superb. He's got great bass drums, he's got great legs, just like he nails it, man. So I could talk about Dave for, you know, but I'm gonna move on, give the other guys, but yeah. Dave Lombardo, man, he's dynamite. And another guy, well, what are you going to say about this guy? The next guy, of course, was Gene Hoglan. And we played a track called Hall of Gods, but from Mechanism. But Gene's been with a lot of bands. And I always kind of joke around because whenever we have the bio for Gene, and Gene's got one of the longest resumes, or one of the longest record bios than any of the other drummers. You know, we got some drummers with long big bios, you know. But Gene, of course, is so proficient and so excellent again in execution of rudiments. Another guy with great legs. I mean, his speed is just phenomenal. And I've seen Gene play on multiple occasions as well. And I can't believe that, you know, he's such a nice man, Mike. He's just such a nice guy. And he's a kind of a big guy, you know, and he just gets behind that kit, and what he does with his legs and his arms is just, it's something that, you know, you just have to sit down and watch the art of him play. It's just, I think he's just one of the most wonderful modern drummers that we have in today's music. Gene Hoglan is... thank God for Gene Hoglan, you know. So, and then of course we have another very good friend of mine, and Johnny Kelly from Typo. I've seen John play multiple times again, and he's a great drummer, hard hitter. I'm not like Charlie, you know, the way that Johnny hits his snare. I mean, they really come down. These guys come down on those snares, and they whack it out, you know. And Johnny's the same way. But Johnny will put a lot of stuff into a small amount of time, and he's actually quite intricate. And when he performs his rudiments, once they're rehearsed and once he actually puts them into action or plays them live, when he does those rudiments, they roll out and they're very tight and they're very effective. So he's great. He's great to watch, you know, and he's another beautiful guy, man. You know, if you ever get a chance to meet him, he's a really super guy. Of course, he played with Typo Negative right from their roots, you know, and that's where his fame came from. But today is actually tonight, as a matter of fact. He's playing with Glenn Danzig, and they're playing at the Kodiak Theatre, and so yeah, Johnny works with Glenn from time to time and does other things as well. So they're still very active, you know. They're still really good drummers. So anyway, that's my wrap up on our guys who played drums today.